Good morning, this is Pastor Sam Park with your morning muse. Learning to pray is learning to communicate with God. When we had our first child, I used to talk to him while he was still in his mother's stomach. Whenever he heard my voice, he would give me a kick or a punch, and though we were surprised, it delighted us endlessly. Sometimes prayers like this, we kick and shout and wave our fists at God, asking questions like, God, are you really up there? God, why did you make me the way I am? And so on. God might be a little surprised at our questions, but nonetheless, he's delighted that we're trying to communicate with him. When my son was born, he cried and cried and cried. He cried when he was hungry. He cried when he needed to be burped. He cried when he was sleepy. He cried when he needed his diapers changed. Sometimes prayer is like this. We cry out to God whenever we need help. We cry out to God when we are uncomfortable. We cry out to God when we mess up. We cry for all our needs, wants, and desires. When my son got bigger, he started to babble. I didn't understand a thing he said, but it was lovely, and I could listen to him for hours. Sometimes prayer can be like this. We can pray in tongues, or we can babble, or we can groan and moan. It doesn't really matter what we say, as long as we're trying to communicate to God. God thinks it's lovely, and God can listen to us for hours. When my son started to grow up, I couldn't wait for him to start talking, because I wanted to have real conversations with him. When he did start talking, every conversation started with why. Why is the sky blue? Why do the animals live in the forest? Why does that man look like that? Why? I used to love answering his why questions because I got to tell him all about the world, and in the process, he got to know me better. Sometimes prayer is like this. We ask God why, and thank God God gave us the Bible, because in it, God answers all the why questions. Now my kids are grown up and they're all teenagers, and we're best friends. We can talk about anything and everything together. In today's scripture reading, God tells us that we are to pray in the Spirit about everything and anything to God, because God is our best friend. Today I've been talking about my children. Now I want to talk to them. Jesus, Joshua, Trinity, you're my best friends, and I love you. You know you can talk to me about everything and anything. Let's keep on being best friends as you grow up. God bless.